Afraid of the Light by Douglas Kennedy, published by Hutchinson Penguin, and this is a social thriller that is set mainly in Los Angeles and also wider California. This is very much the story of Brendan. Brendan has lost his main job and he is now working as an Uber driver, and you can really tell that Douglas Kennedy has had to research all about Uber drivers, and in fact it's not a pretty picture that he paints. It's a very stressful job. The passengers and clients he takes are very often dismissive and quite derogatory towards him, which I'm sure is actually the case. And they make a pittance. It's a very difficult line to draw to actually survive with all the pressures that are around for an Uber driver in this instance. And so there is Brendan, who has basically taken a fare to an abortion clinic, and he is just hanging around sort of deciding where his next fare is going to be. And he is shocked to the core because a motorcyclist drives up, opens up the door and throws in a firebomb, and a fire ensues, and in fact somebody dies. And he just is dumbstruck that this strength of opinion, and this has happened in front of his very eyes. He then becomes a regular chauffeur, as it were, for Elise, who is a doula, and she accompanies women who have decided to go down the path and actually have abortions. The issue for him is that he is married to Agnieszka at home, his wife, who is a very fundamental pro-life and very anti-abortion. There is also his daughter, who is very much, pro-free will and free choice, but it is his wife who he really has to manage. And in fact, he has to manage his life. So he's got two polarised essences in life. So there's his wife and there's Elise, and they're very, very different. And he is, travelling daily along the roads, the congested roads of Los Angeles, and they're almost a metaphor for his life. There are a lot of blockages, and he has plenty of time to think about his position. He is a man who seems quite gentle. He thinks quite a lot, it seems, and he has the burden of responsibility, and the pressures of work actually are so stark for him that he really does suffer with this job. And then everything ratchets up and it comes to its denouement. So he is a character who reminds me incredibly of Michael Mortimer in Anne Tyler's Redhead by the Side of the Road. And, he is kind of downtrodden, but he is kind of the salt of the earth. So I very much enjoyed, it's kind of a very level novel until the end. And so I think, this is, really amazing for Los Angeles, because, you are driving with Brendan along the roads of Los Angeles, turning here, there, taking fares. So it's a very expressive novel of the city, so you get quite a feel for it. Afraid of the Light by Douglas Kennedy. I rather enjoyed it.